Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for the 7th of August 2019. Me and Wrigley and Casey, lots to talk about today. So I'm going to talk incredibly quickly and just have to slow it down later on to figure out what I was saying. First of all, yesterday's talk was all about comments by Donald Trump about mental illness being a huge factor in the mass shootings that seem to happen with ridiculous regularity in the United States. And probably as much as anything that we've done, that prompts reaction. And most of it is people who agree. Now, granted, if you watch this blog, there's a pretty good chance that you think about mental illness the same way I think about mental illness. So it's kind of like you're preaching to the choir. But there is something that I wanted to add from yesterday, and that is the simple fact that, and I tried to read as much about this as I could. And there's no doubt that if you look at some of the mass murderers, not with guns who went out and shot people, but like Ted Bundy and people like that, they have terrible, severe mental illnesses. They're delusional. They live on a different planet than we all live on. But when it comes to these shootings, the one thing that is common and universal amongst all of them is not mental illness, but hate. And last time I checked, hate is not a mental illness. Now, there's other factors for sure, but that's really at the heart of all of these. You look into the past of people, and there are people that harbor incredible hate throughout their lives. I also wanted to say that I've been taking a look at myself, because I preach a lot about how you got to look really closely at yourself, and you got to say, how am I doing? And you got to be honest with yourself. And I think it's really important for me to remind you that whether it's you or somebody else, you have to ask yourself, am I okay? Am I the way I was? Because tiny, tiny changes happen to the point where you don't know that they're happening. And this happened to me the first time that I got sick, was that I went 6 months without ever really addressing it because it happened so gradually. I didn't realize that I had disappeared. So I try to, on a continuing basis, assess, am I okay? Am I experiencing joy the way I think I should? And this question isn't just for you. This question is for people that you care about. You got to ask it, and you got to ask it in a way where you got to kind of demand them to be honest at the very least with themselves. When was the last time that you did something simple and you felt basic joy? Not waiting for the lottery, someone to knock on your door and say, hey, you won the lottery. I don't think they knock on your door anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
No, but you know what I'm saying. But just basic stuff, just stuff in life. Like I'm sitting here holding this awful smelling braided
So smart though.
stick for Wrigley. And you know what that's doing? What's it doing, Case?
Basic joy?
Basic joy. I'm holding the stick,
Look how smart he is.
and my dog is
Using his
eating it.
paw.
Yeah, and he's not only is using his paw, but he's found a way to get into my head and your head that will sit here for hours just holding this while he chews. That's basic joy. So I guess I'm okay. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We're here not only to talk, but to listen as well. So keep responding. Keep letting us know your thoughts on the really important stuff that we do here. Is that good, boy?
I want to pan down, but I don't want to show your terrible shorts.
Well, I did come from the gym, right?
True.
So it's acceptable.
All right. We'll
Okay.
just skip it.
Yeah.